this year are celebrating 40 years, and we're celebrating really what the people, our customers, have done in those 40 years, what they have done in terms of living in the community and how they changed their lives to do the things they really want to do.
Our story starts in Waltham Forest, East London in 1975. A group of parents, carers and professionals volunteered to support people with learning disabilities to live outside of institutional care, or out of the wards, which is where the name Outward comes from.
The reason why I actually came to Outward is because Outward seemed really compassionate about the things that we're doing, and also I thought it would be a really good deal to kind of work for a company that is supporting many different people through so many different ways. I think one of the most memorable moments I've ever had with Outward is I started an art class with another volunteer. We do many different kinds of things in there. We do arts and crafts. We also do some kind of painting and always try to look for some topics out of their lives.
In 1977, we opened our first supported living service for people with learning disabilities in partnership with Nutley Housing Trust. Eva was one of the very first people to be supported by Outward and is still an Outward customer today. Before moving, Eva had been living in institutional care. I wanted to have my own life, living out and to see how I could do it, explains Eva. Today, Eva maintains her independence and still lives in her own home. Over the next 10 years, Outward continues to grow, propelled by a group of volunteers. We deliver more and more housing options for people with learning disabilities, helping them move on from hostels, parental homes and Leytonstone House Hospital. In 1986, we become a limited company and employ our first paid member of staff. Throughout the 1990s, we worked closely with other housing associations to build even more homes for people with learning disabilities and people on the autistic spectrum, and in 2001 we joined the Nutley Group. This is pivotal to Outward expanding into other London boroughs. Recognising the need for quality support services for adults on the autistic spectrum, Outward launches its specialist autism service. Ray Ray is one of the service's many success stories. When we first started working with Ray Ray, he would intimidate people by touching their faces. However, through our support, he now carries laminated pictures to remind him he can touch people by shaking their hands or tapping their shoulder to get their attention. He now enjoys going out and took a 2-year course at King's Cross College. Another key aim for Outward is to involve our customers as volunteers so that they can give back to their communities. Our volunteer club wins a Big Society Award from the Prime Minister, and several of our volunteers are chosen to be games makers at the 2012 London Olympics. Our commitment to volunteering leads to us managing the Hackney Volunteer and Befriending Service, aimed at supporting vulnerable and isolated adults. We now have over 300 volunteers who support 1,100 beneficiaries. Another landmark for Outward is the opening of Nutley Edge Cottages in East Sussex. Nutley Edge is a stunning holiday destination for all. Each year we host specialist activity breaks for people with learning disabilities, enabling them to get away from it all and enjoy themselves in the East Sussex countryside. 2014 saw the launch of Outward's Customer Charter, which lays out the key promises to our customers. One of these promises is to involve our customers as quality checkers to make sure that the quality of Outward's services meets the high standards of the customers themselves.
Look around the houses to see whether they are clean or dirty.
We look out for maybe pictures, photographs, tell us what they like doing and things like that.
So looking into the future after 40 years, looking for the next 40 years, I think it's very much a story of wanting to grow and work with our customers to put together services that they want and they need. and to work in a very different and changing world, to really allow people to live the lives they choose and to be as independent as possible.